welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic.
Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Legacy, and at the request of Patreon subscriber Taylor, this is Red Stompy. This is a deck that comes up on the channel every few months. It has been a stable presence in the Legacy format for 5-6 years now, quite a while in fact. It takes on different forms. Sometimes it's more prison-oriented, sometimes it's more aggro-oriented. And the list that Taylor sent me, it's got 2 Unlicensed Hearse, 4 Blood Moon, 3 Trinisphere, 4 Chalice of the Void as its sort of prison element pieces. And I am excited to see the Trinispheres in the main deck. The last time I played this list, I pulled the list from a recent event where it did well, and it had 4 Unlicensed Hearse, no Trinisphere, which was probably correct for the time, but I definitely felt in the matchup spread that I happened to queue into in that video that that was not the correct distribution of flex slots for what I actually played against. I like the spread here. We're respecting the graveyard. Reanimator, Dimir, Frog Reanimator is the #1 deck in the format. We are also respecting that Eldrazi is the #2 deck in the format. We got a lot going on in both of those. And then we have a bunch of ways to just bash their head. 4 Bombardiers, 4 Rabblemaster, 4 Fury, 3 Caves of Chaos Adventurer. I like that this is not a 4 of. We're still playing it because it's very powerful, but this is a terrible thing to get Thoughtseize reanimated or even Fatal Push reanimated, which is a common play pattern that the #1 deck can do. It's also a bit of a liability to introduce the initiative versus Eldrazi. They have a lot of creatures that can be bigger than this thing or go wide, especially with the help of the Herald that can make all of the spawns into 1/2s instead of 0/1s. We're playing it, but with a little bit of restraint. And a new card from Modern Horizons 3. It's another untapped red MDFC land. This list has been on Shatterskull Smashing for as long as it's existed. And now there is another one that comes into play untapped, which is really important. And the words on this card aren't irrelevant either. Destroy target land might be relevant, like taking out a basic when they're under Blood Moon could actually end the game. They do get to search for another basic, but some decks don't play more than one, or they don't play more than one of the one they need. So it could be useful. Could take out something like Caracas out of Death and Taxes that's looping their Yoria, whatever. That's mostly flavor text, but way at the bottom of this card, like I consider the right side to be the main part of this card. And then in order, there is it's red that pitches to Chrome Mox, and then it destroys target land. And then way, after we've already read 1.9 cards, creatures without flying can't block this turn. I recently had a match on the channel where somebody cast this card, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then I thought really hard about combat math for a while, and then realized my creatures couldn't block. And that's why they actually cast it. They weren't destroying my land. So we got a Falter here, which actually can change combat math significantly. Destroying a land might be relevant, probably not, but it's a red card for Chrome Mox, and it's an untapped land when you need that. And the rest of the deck speaks for itself. We got a sideboard full of things that are relevant for matchups we expect. We got the Eldrazi, we got the combo and the tempo, we got the Reanimator covered in the main. Let's try to make it work. This is Red Stompy. I'm on the draw in round number 1, and I have 2 lands with no acceleration and a handful of 3 and 4 drops. I am going to mulligan this. I need to explode a lot harder than that. This one is good. I can turn 1 Chalice of the Void or go straight to Rabblemaster if I don't think that that's going to be useful. I will keep and probably bottom one of these Dens of the Bugbear. The Sundering Eruption could be a spell, and it's definitely a red source, and it comes into play untapped more reliably. Yeah, I'm going to bottom a Den. Chrome Mox. Uh-oh. The Mirror. I hope they play Chalice of the Void and then pass. It's Spirit Guide under Chrome Mox. It's definitely the Mirror. Blood Moon. Oh no, they got me. Wink, wink. And that's not irrelevant, but it is kind of stinky. because I can't turn 1 anything. I can turn 2 stuff now, though. And since I am going second, Chalice on 0 doesn't matter. I'm not going to Chalice at all this game. I'm going to play Ancient Tomb and pass. Right now, I could still look like Eldrazi. If I lead on the Eruption or the Den, the jig is up. But they have 1 card in hand, so whatever their plan is just happening. It's not like they have any nuance to this game plan. And when you go in on turn 1 Blood Moon and then see an Ancient Tomb from your opponent, the only possible outcomes are, hell yeah, we just dumpstered Eldrazi, or, oh no, I've done nothing at all. And luckily for me, it's the second one. All right, Den of the Bugbear, Chrome Mox. Glad I didn't Chalice on 0. I'll turn the Spirit Guide into a Forever Spirit Guide. And let's get in. Okay, we got to the trigger, we got to the attack. Didn't get stomped or anything. And that's not in my list. I don't know what they're doing with theirs, but okay. And there's probably some argument that I could have pitched Sundering Eruption to the Chrome Mox with the plan of actually casting a 2/2 onto the board, which is better than nothing. Ugh. All right, yep. Now I'm going to get Boom Be Doomed. And they are ahead. All right, it's a top deck war. They're currently favored, but it could flip. They did have to sack one of their mana sources to do that. All right, come on. Some threat that is good. That's not very good. I guess putting it into play is worthwhile because my Broadside Bombardiers can throw it. Maybe I'm supposed to Chalice on 0 before I play that out. That's just another piece of material for a Broadside. Yeah, I think this Chalice should be in play, actually. Gemstone Caverns. Oh no, do they have a 4-drop too? Yo, chill. Chill! Oh my god, it's Pyrogoyf. Well, we were doing okay for a minute, and now we're not doing okay anymore. I need to draw Fury right now. I can hardcast it. I have the untapped red. Fury. Oh yeah, Trinisphere. Show them what's what. Another one of these. I'll play the Volcanic Fissure that comes in untapped without paying any life. And now we're probably dead. Yeah, there's a lot of bad cards in the main deck, in the mirror. Oh, you drew another high impact 4-drop? Cool. Good job, you. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's a card drawing contest and we lost. Okay. Fire Confluence, Dead Gone are relevant to me. Chalice of the Void, full stinker. Trinisphere, full stinker. Unlicensed Hearse, full stinker. Okay, I don't have enough cards to bring in to balance out all the cards I want to take out. Magus of the Moon is literally red, I guess. And I have all these Blood Moons too. Those pitch to Chrome Mox though, so they're not totally blank. I guess on the play, Trinisphere is a lot better than Blood Moon. Because if I 3-ball their Chrome Moxes out, that actually matters. You could Chalice on 0 on the play as well, but really it's just Chrome Mox that these things care about. I can throw Trinisphere with Broadside Bombardier, but I can't throw Blood Moon. Same with Magus of the Moon. I could throw Unlicensed Hearse. It can also crew into a creature sometimes, maybe. We have all the same artifacts in our deck, so I don't think Null Rod is somewhere I want to be. Yeah, I think Blood Moon just has to go, and I guess Unlicensed Hearse comes in. Emrakul could come out of the Throne of the Dead 3. That would be quite a surprise. I don't think I'm going to get to 15 mana. All right, I'm going to stop here, and it's going to be about mulling to relevant cards. This is a turn 2 Bombardiers with no support. The Caves of Chaos Adventure is one of the better cards for the matchup, though. This is really close. I wish this mountain was a Chrome Mox, then I would snap it off. Fire Confluence, really good. Okay, I'm going to keep this. It's on the slower side, but I am here. I could turn 2 Magus, which might slow down their turn 2, and then I can throw Magus for 5 damage on the subsequent turn and play Caves of Chaos Adventure. We'll just see how they come out. Ancient Tomb. Uh-oh, they had 3 mana on turn 1. I had to wait until turn 2. Bombardiers are in play. That's French for Bombardiers. You can check your French to English dictionary, pretty sure. Den of the Bugbear. I guess I want to play Magus this turn. That will knock a mana off of them. And then I can fling the Magus next turn. And I don't know that they would sack a permanent to kill Magus of the Moon in their own deck. They got a Shatter Skull. I can't block because of Menace. It's a menacing French pirate. Were they called Corsairs? Is that what French pirates were called? That sounds like something. Did I make that up? Is it real? Okay. Den of the Bugbear coming in untapped while that's still illegal play. And maybe I don't fling my Magus here. Though flinging my Magus at their Bombardiers is pretty good. But it also unlocks a bunch of their mana. And my next follow-up play is Fire Confluence or Caves of Chaos Adventure. I think I am going to fling at the Bombardiers. This thing is just very much kind of what these matchups can come down to. Removal versus not removal. Ooh, re-Bombardiers. Okay, cool. I'm glad they didn't have two of those. Do they have a Chrome Mox or Chalice of the Void or something they could throw to finish off my Bombardiers? We won't know that until second main. They could even like evoke Fury and then 7-ball my head. That would be annoying. Oh yeah, let's go. Okay. Big swing. They pitched a Fable to do that. Yep, I'm at 7. My creature is dead. Fiery Confluence is a way I could start to turn it around. Or I could just cast Fury. Alright, yeah. Well, that's better. City dies. Here's a Fury from me. They got 2 cards in hand, and they missed their last land drop. Both of the cards in their hand are spells. And they pitched Fable the Mirror Breaker to that Fury. That's usually a really good spell. So whatever they're holding is better than that. They don't know that they are dead to the spells that I have, though. Fiery Confluence is 6. Fury is 6. They do need to come up with something big here. Phyrexian Metamorph. They are teched out for the mirrors. Holy smokes. That's an artifact, though. I can kill that and deal 4 to them. Then they're dead to Den of the Bugbear next turn. They can only tap Ancient Tomb 1 more time this game. Okay. But I'm at 5 from tapping Ancient Tomb if I don't draw a different pain-free mana source. What a slugfest. This is fun. That is a pain-free mana source, but as they say in the memes, not like that. A Fiery Confluence, destroy target artifact, and deal 2 to each opponent 2 times. Destroy that. Alright. I'm at 4. Or I'm at 5, you're at 4. I have a lethal attack in play. Phyrexian Metamorph, what a wild piece of technology. That makes a lot of sense if you expect a mirror, though. Chrome Mox, okay, so they're going to unlock the last card in their hand, whatever it is. They pitch one of these 2 and they play the other one. They've been holding these for the whole game. Pitched a Spirit Guide. The One Ring, okay. I mean, that's dangerous at 2 life, but also, you know, good job, that's a powerful card. And does this even do anything, though? Like, now they can't tap Ancient Tomb again. And asking if it does anything is very silly. Of course it does something. Now I have an actual decision to make, which is play Caves of Chaos Adventurer using Ancient Tomb or pitch the Fury to Chrome Mox to do it. Is going to 3. How different is that than being at 5? I'm dead to a Fiery Confluence. I'm dead to a Bombardier. None of that changes anything. Okay, I'll go to 3. I don't think they have Lightning Bolt. And I'll hold the Fury and just hope that they die to their own ring in the next turn cycle. I get a mountain. I play 5 of them. Okay, pass. You're at 1. You can't tap Ancient Tomb. They need relevant spell and mana, pain-free mana source to deploy it out of the 4 cards they're going to be looking at. That is a lot of cards. Here's the ring tap. They're all in. Bombardier does it. I don't have a Dead Gaunt in my hand. Oh, baby. Wild. Okay, my opponent is a sicko. Insanely teched out for the mirror. I'm now interested in Null Rod, now that I know about the One Ring. And that makes Unlicensed Hearse bad and Chrome Mox bad, but kinda... we get what we get here. Trinosphere affects both players' ability to pitch Furies for value in the mid-game. I'm on the draw, so I'm not going to lock out their mana development with Trinosphere, but I could flip it and lock out their mana with Null Rod. All of these cards might be irrelevant, honestly. I'm just tuning on the fringes. All the cards that are actually good are in already. Okay. Here we go. Okay, a ton of removal in this hand. I am pretty interested in this. Got the Turtle Up control hand, which is very bad versus the One Ring, but solid versus their aggressive draws. Why don't I have the One Ring? That card's really good. This could be my game to do the Fury trick. I have a turn 2 Bombardier, second main Fury, your squad. Axia. They're on a mull to 6, so I'm up 2 cards to start the game, but they get to go first. Chrome Mox. Null Rod is live. Pitched Magus of the Moon. I have those in my deck too. That's fun. City of Traders. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay, I can kill the Shaman, but they do get the loot. I'm going to pass into their turn. I'm going to let them do the loot before they don't know that they don't have a Goblin. Or before they know they don't have a Goblin. When they don't know they don't have a Goblin. They kept their cards. It didn't matter. I hope it's a bunch of 4-drops. All right. Beginning of combat. You're dead. I hope their hand is 4 copies of the One Ring. Oh, yeah. Just shipped it back. We got them on the run, folks. Or they just have all their own dead gons. And now it's my turn to run into the buzzsaw. Okay, Bombardier's in. Yep. All right. Taking turns being dead and gone. The Fable will flip into a creature here that gives me a guaranteed target for the Fury trick. Or if I draw a red source, I can confluence any number of X2s and their Chrome Mox. That would be sick. I hope I draw a Mountain next turn. Okay, were they holding up removal and they actually did have plays? Or are we going to see them pass another turn? In which case, I'm definitely going to read that their hand is all 4-drops. All right, they found a 4th mana. Hieroglyph, okay. That's very scary with Reflection of Kiki Jiki, but I have a bunch of ways to remove that card. Them having 2 creatures in play does make my Fury trick a lot worse. I drew a land, but it's the wrong one. If I attack with broadsides, they can double block and trade Reflection for broadside, and then I have to Fury Hieroglyph separately. I could just pitch Fury and play Dead Gone this turn and pass with nothing going on. Make sure Pyroglyph doesn't get bigger if I Dead Gone. Yeah, we have instant and creature dead already, so that's not going to change. Yeah, I'm 1 permanent short of being happy about this deal. A dead, deal 2 to Pyroglyph. Fury, exile. I think Caves of Chaos Adventure is the one that can carry the game the best on its own. Broadside Bombardiers is so good, but so is Fire Confluence. All right. Bombardiers is gone. Sorry, boys. 1-2, 1-2. Everything's gone. My sad non-red source coming into play. Okay. They did lose their City of Traders last turn. They're going to need a 3rd mana to really do anything, and they immediately jump straight up to 4, but didn't do anything with it. Okay. That's exciting. I'm going to take the max here and get this Caves of Chaos Adventurer in, tutor the Mountain, which turns on Fire Confluence, or Fury next turn. If they're over there on a Phyrexian Metamorph, this Confluence is going to be insane. If they're on Bombardier, that can kill my Caves of Chaos Adventurer and take the initiative. I'm in bad shape. But Caves of Chaos Adventure is a 5/3, so it doesn't die to a flung Chrome Mox. And I think they would have rammed the One Ring into play if they had it last turn. So their hand is either a blank or a reactive card at sorcery speed. Could be a Pyroglyph. That would be really bad for me. That just picks off the Caves of Chaos Adventurer, then doesn't die to Fury, because there's an enchantment in the graveyard now. Yep, okay. Here is the Phyrexian Metamorph. I have the Fiery Confluence that can kill 2 to you. And hope that this last card in their hand isn't a powerful 2-drop that impacts the board immediately. That's my follow-up question is Confluence better than Fury? They just tutored a 4th mana, which means taking out the Chrome Mox. It keeps them off 5 for their own hardcast Fury. And the second Fury is usually better than the first one, if both players have it. I can also just attack and see if they want to block. That seems like a waste of a 5/3. But I do get to flip my card before anything else happens. Okay, I am just going to attack. This thing has trample. Let's go. And I get to flip my card. Bombardiers. Yield 2nd main Bombardiers right when you want those. But I do have the mana to cast them. And Fiery Confluence. That's a big turn. Okay, unfortunately, this sequence means that I have no creatures to forge onto. So I either have to blank the forge. I think I want the trap though, so I'll just forge and let it fizzle. Forge. And then 1, 2, 3 Bombardiers. Do I want to kill Chrome Mox and deal 4 damage to them right now? I think so. Destroy target artifact, deal 2 to each opponent 2 times. In case their last card in hand is Fury, this is good. If their last card is the One Ring, this also limits their life total they have to work with. And I have them dead to Bombardiers plus Fury, or just Trap plus Attack. They do need to come up with a solution to their current predicament. If nothing changes, I win. But they got 2 big cards in their hand. The One Ring, all right, they're at 5. Oh, I have to trap myself, or I can goad. All right. Yeah, this targets. Trap, target player loses 5 life. You're allowed to move into the trap, and then once you're there, you have to target a player. So that was cool sequencing, but I'm not going to fall for that shit. I'm just going to goad my Broadside Bombardier. Okay, I'm going to go into the arena. This has to attack now, and it can't attack me. All right, I'll play a Mountain. Has to fight. Okay, they're going to go to 4 on their turn from the ring. If they tap Ancient Tomb, they're at 2. All right, here we go. This game working out the same as the last one in that I'm ahead as we come down to the end game. Then they stick a One Ring at low life. They did not dig out of it last time. They have slightly more resources to work with this time, but if they tap Ancient Tomb to stabilize, they die to the ring on their next turn. Phyrexian Metamorph costs 4 life to cast here. All right, Chrome Mox is a good one. That is a mana source. That doesn't hurt them. But they can't Fury here. If they have Bombardiers plus Pitch Fury, they just win. They don't even need a Pitch Fury. If they have Bombardiers, they win. Oh, this is tight. One Ring's so good. They tapped the Tomb. They untapped everything. The Tomb is no longer tapped. I wonder if they realized that 2 + 2 is 4. Or if they just came up with a different plan. Because if they tap Tomb, it has to either kill me this turn, or it has to replace the One Ring. They could spend these 3 mana and the Phyrexian to copy One Ring, then they're at 2 with protection, but Ancient Tomb's off the rest of the game. If they tap this Ancient Tomb, it has to be another One Ring or a Bombardier. Would I have won already if I had just killed that creature before blocks? Maybe. I don't know, that's close. On the turn where I decided to just attack into the thing. Okay, I can make a Spooky Skeleton this turn or draw a card. That is a lethal threat on board, or it's dig deeper and try to find something else. Fire Confluence is lethal right now. I have, what, 3 of those on the list? Yeah, okay, so there's 2 more of those in the deck. Cards that are lethal right now, Broadside Bombardier, Fiery Confluence, Caves of Chaos Adventure is very good, though probably not lethal right now. Rabblemaster's fine. So I have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 draws, and I've already used 1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them. So I have 10 good draws here out of 45 cards. I get 2 looks at, I think drawing a card is better. I draw for Archive, because I think going into Throne of the Dead 3 is as good as winning. Oh, wow. We could freeze that One Ring and that Chrome Mox, and then it's just going to hurt them for the rest of the game without giving them any action. Bang. Win condition identified. I am not going to play this Trinisphere. I don't think it does anything that would be helpful to me. It does stop... Nope. I was about to say it stops the line of Bombardier Fling Fury, but again, they could just fling the ring. Okay, they have functionally 2 mana to work with and 3 cards in their hand. I feel much better. That Null Rod, clutch sideboard card, after learning about the One Ring in Game 2. We got the GGs. That was actually a lot of fun. Game 1 was just kind of flipping cards off the top and see who did what, but Game 2, especially with their deck being really different than mine, with the One Ring and the Metamorph stuff that I don't have, and then I have more kind of burn spells than them, that was fun. On to the next round.
This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there.
I'm on the play in round 2 against Harain, who is a member of the BoshNRoll community. Hello, Harain. Shout out. Harain usually plays blue-white Dreadnought, and having both unlicensed Hearse is pretty bad here. I'm actually going to mulligan this, even though it has turn 1 broadside. I would keep this in the dark, but if I get tricked and he's not on that today, then you got me. Okay, I'm keeping this. 3-balling this opponent is going to be sick. I'm going to keep and bottom. Fury is really interesting because if he plays Doorkeeper Thrall, I just get the 3/3 double strike, but that also means it doesn't kill Doorkeeper Thrall. All right, I'm going to bottom Fury, and I'm going to go with turn 1 Trinisphere. Chrome Mox, exile Spirit Guide, City, and do we get the free win? It's a force check. Oh, baby. If I get Wastelanded, and this is usually a Wasteland deck, we will be back in the garbage. All right, cool. Not a free win. Oh, didn't waste me. Why not? Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, he doesn't know my hand, and if he's trying to get up to just 3 mana, that's really, this might be necessary to get him there. But that Wasteland is how I would have played Magic. Okay, Lorien Revealed makes sense. Yeah, betting on I'll get to 3 and I'll play the game rather than trying to screw me with 2 cards in hand. Because if I just play Ancient Tomb, that Wasteland's terrible. I can see my hand and he can't. So I'm just trying to actually figure out if that play was super tight or reckless. Okay, I drew an easy thing to loot away. Unlicensed Hearse, and I don't need this mountain either. The Blood Moon. All right. I like that. Chalice of the Void might be even better. I'll just start with combat. Okay, there's a Wasteland in play. There's a Tundra in hand. Do I want to lock out 1s? That turns off Dreadnought. I think I do. Chalice of the Void. Let's see if I can cast this easily. X is currently 1. Okay, cool. They've changed the UI on this, which is great because there was a period of time where casting Chalice under Trinisphere was like trying to launch a moon rocket. The math was literally impossible for all but the greatest geniuses. Okay, and not playing Blood Moon got him to fetch another non-basic. He's going to get 1 spell here. Oh, boo. All right, found another fetch land. Never mind. Basic Island is live. All right, do I want to pivot into Bombardiers here? I think mooning my opponent is still the right play. Just show him my butt. Just keep restricting options. Can't play 1s. Anything you play costs 3. Can only play blue spells. These are all places I'm happy to put my opponent into. The Chalice means that even if my opponent end-step dress downs... Okay, Doorkeeper Thrall, Null Drifter is a card I could still lose to. But Broadside Bombardiers can kill it. Like, you get to draw 2 and make the 4/4 Annihilator, but I have double Bombardiers next turn. Okay, no response instead. I can play this mountain now. And boomby zooms, here they are. How do I want to do this? I have 5, 4, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16. If I copy Bombardiers, this does threaten lethal. Ooh, something's happening. We're going to get dressed down. We are. Okay, so copying my creatures doesn't matter anymore. Not this turn. I'm going to attack with Goblin Shaman and leave up Reflection so it can copy in opponent's end step, and I untap next turn with a bonus creature. That did deny my treasure. I don't get to add a Fable to the board. Opponent's got 7 cards in hand over there. Oh no, Basic Plains, my nemesis. This is huge, actually. If there's Prismatic Ending clears the Blood Moon or something, then could unlock multiple spells. This game is super competitive considering I resolved turn 1 Trinisphere on the play. Okay, just floated the mana again and conceded. All right, realized probably. So I'm going to read that as did have Prismatic Ending. Nothing that it would have killed would have mattered. These are cards that I see being reasonable. Confluences and Dead Gones. Unlicensed Hearse is definitely bad. Magus of the Moon is like a Blood Moon that attacks, and they don't play Lightning Bolt. Do play Swords to Plowshares, though. That's what Chalice is for. Fury is not good in this matchup. It kills Null Drifter if Null Drifter is not, if Doorkeeper Thrall is not around, it can kill a Null Drifter. Otherwise, it's a 3/3 double strike that costs me 2 cards. I like all the lock pieces. Maybe I just don't need this many Fiery Confluences. Do I want to keep one Fury, or is that silly? And Fury, as we've talked about multiple times, really good with Rebel Master, really good with, or not Rebel Master, with Bombardiers, really good with Fable, but really bad against the deck full of Stifles, Dress Downs, and Doorkeeper Thralls. All right, yeah, I think this is the pivot I'm going to make. Let's go. Okay, I've got one permanent red, one temporary red, Confluence, Bombardier's Fable. I think I keep this. Let's go. I think this match is going to be mostly about how many Hydroblasts my opponent has access to. A Mull to 6. Blue to Delta represents basic island, which is a shame because I have the Blood Moon. Do I send it? I think so. Try to get a squeeze going. Force, pitching, force, snapped it right off. Okay. That's fine. Unfortunately, using Spirit Guide there means that was a 2-for-2, and not the Hymn to Tarak I would like out of it. The Meticulous Archive just dumped another force, so either he's already got another answer, or desperately needs a land, and kept on the strength of Surveil plus force, and there's no mana or game plan over there. They found a Flooded Strand, whatever that first thing meant. There is Flooded Strand now. Oh, cool. That's a good draw. Doesn't matter, though. Because I can zap in Sundering Eruption here. Or I could exile it to Chrome Mox. I think I just want to zap this in. Just take as much damage as possible from my mana base. Just put it in there. Hurt me, mana. And then the Chrome Mox can be looted away next turn. 3 mana. Stuff can happen here. Den of the Bugbear. That enters tapped. I think I want Ancient Tomb and Chrome Mox out of here. Trinosphere. Nice. Alright. I can Trinosphere before combat, and then I can't be tricked into anything. I could Chalice on 1. That plays around Daze, but I didn't get Dazed last turn. I think I like Chalice on 1 the best out of my options here. Because this turns off the Dress Down Triple Dreadnought line. Right, attacking first would have made Plow less good. Right, Den of the Bugbear, and pass. The Chalice being in, though, big help. If the last 2 cards in hand are Doorkeeper Thrall plus Null Drifter, that's bad. Uh-oh. We're halfway there. I need 1 turn to Fiery Confluence this thing away before it has help. Uh-oh, 3 men in the pool. Shit. I can still kill this with flinging the Reflection of Kiki Jiki at it. Just didn't want to have to do that. Okay. Fable flips here. Bombardiers. Do you have Force Blue card? The last force in the deck. Is it in your hand right now? Did just draw 2 cards. Okay. I'm attacking with my Bombardier. You cannot block. It's illegal. And then I have to take my medicine, deal 5 to the Null Drifter. I'm glad I'm able to do that, but it still feels bad. And let's hope that hand is just 4 1-drops. 4 Phyrexian Dreadnoughts in your hand right now. Basic Island. I go to 9. Ooh, it's my turn. Blood Moon is a blank. I'm going to play Trinosphere pre-combat. See if that's worth some piece of interaction, and also it's a Lava Axe. Attack with Bombardiers. And I think I am just going to Lava Axe them. Bang. Didn't play any cards last turn. I'm not going to respect the Doorkeeper Thrall now. Bonus at 7. Cycling Lorien. 5 drops unlocked. Uh-oh, Volcanic Island revealed. Or Jeskai today. What does that mean? That could mean Hardcast Force. Chrome Mox can pitch Blood Moon here. I could also pitch nothing to Chrome Mox. Though if I play Chrome Mox, exile Blood Moon, cast Trinosphere. Oh, this doesn't have a trigger. Okay, no, it's just a shock. Alright, never mind. Cool. I noticed it before it got me. That counts as me being smart. Okay, now they have to counter Trinosphere, or it is lethal. I don't need to play Fiery Confluence because this is already here. Bang. Axia a question. And the answer is 3-ball. Okay. Opponent made a run out of it. Null Drifter, sick pivot. The Doorkeeper Thrall into Null Drifter line basically ignores all the lock pieces this deck plays, and high basic count means Blood Moon is medium, but we still made it happen. On to the next round. The BoshNRoll channel is proudly partnered with the Resleevables.
we go, gang!
In this YouTube series, hosts Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan take us on a set-by-set journey through the good, the bad, and the ugly of Magic's history. Each episode is a focused deep dive into the facts about a set's design and release, the Magic lore expressed through the cards in that set, Tournament Edition gameplay videos featuring products and Pro Tour decks of the era, an award show that shouts out the best and weirdest cards of the set, and a final grade for the set's overall success. Whether you want a history lesson or a nostalgia hit, The Receivables has it at youtube.com/thereceivables. I'm on the draw in round number 3. I have a turn 1 Chalice of the Void. I need to draw a mana source for my hand to materialize from there. Let's do math. I have 16 lands plus the MDFCs, so that's 20, 24, 28 cards that are good draws here. And I already have 2 of them in my hand, so 26 out of 53 cards, and I have 2 draws. So I have to win one of the next 2 coin flips. Yeah, I'll keep. Would feel better on the play, of course, but that's the nature of the beast. Okay, lost my first coin flip. Den of the Bugbear, Chrome Mox. I think I'm going to exile Caves of Chaos Adventurer. That's just the farthest away from being useful right now. Maybe that's short-sighted, and I'm going to need that eventually, but if Chalice gets interacted with, yeah, maybe Blood Moon was the pitch, because I have 3 mana lock pieces. I wish I could bitch Trinisphere and just tap this for colorless. That would be nice. Not legal. Specifically says non-land, non-artifact card, which was a little short-sighted for Wizards of the Coast because now there are colored artifacts, and it would actually make sense for Chrome Mox to be able to eat those. But, you know, whatever. It's your set to design. I'm not Memnarch. Uh-oh. Well, we're just getting reanimated upon. Brainstorm, Force Blue card, Upkeep, and Tomb. If they have land reanimate, it's obviously over. This also could just be a shuffle on the Brainstorm in whatever fashion they have that in. Okay, Polluta Delta, but they didn't reanimate. This would be a great time to draw a mana source. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When in doubt, math it out. 50-50 twice adds up to 100%. I was definitely going to hit. Great. Blood Moon, they do play a basic. I don't think Blood Moon will actually stop them from doing anything here, and I'm just going to hope that Trinisphere does. The problem here is if they have Swamp Animate Dead, Blood Moon doesn't stop them. If they have Land Animate Dead, Trinisphere doesn't stop them. I'm just going to hope that they don't have a land at all. Please fetch Undercity Sewers, bin the card. Nope. All right. None of the above. There's land number 3. All right, they weren't worried. But they got Undercity Sewers, which means they don't have a spell they're going to cast this turn. Or they already had it, and they're just saving for later. Psychic Frog. That can die to Bombardiers if I throw the Trinisphere, which isn't useful anymore. Okay, yep, done. Sundering Eruption. Wow. What does that do? Nothing? Okay. Boom be zooms. Here we go. They can make Frog 4 toughness. This does require putting the shields down for a turn. I'm bummed about it, but let's get them. And now, do I play out this Sundering Eruption? Because this is the spot that I described before of decks that play exactly one of each basic. And I have Blood Moon. I could take them off black over multiple turns here. I could also just have 4 mana next turn. I think I'm going to play this as a land. Okay, passing. With Den of the Bugbear in play, having another mana source in play makes sense. Ponder. But they spent 3 mana on Ponder. I threw the Trinisphere. You didn't have to do that. They shuffled the library. Now this 2 mana is in the pool. If they have Animate Dead, it doesn't matter. And it works out great for them. Cool. All right. That's funny. It happens. I lose track of stuff here on the channel all the time. Nothing to feel bad about. Okay. I think Chalice has just become the best piece of interaction in my hand. They're off of they're over Trinisphere. They play more reanimates than they do Blood Moons. Fatal Push, Ponder, Brainstorm, all those things. Chalice of the Void is the place for those. There might be something about going into the Matrix on clock damage where I'm supposed to fling the Chrome Mox there, put them to 11. I don't think that's true, though. They just played land number 5, which usually indicates hardcast force. I'll play the 3-ball before combat. Obviously, I'd rather resolve Caves of Chaos Adventurer this turn, but if they're going to counter one thing... Okay, I feel like I am supposed to throw the Trinisphere, though. Now their life total is 6, which means even if they animate dead Atraxa, I can kill them if Caves of Chaos Adventure resolves, which is probably a big ask. Well, we're about to find out. Off we go! All right, Atraxa, what do you got for me, girl? Literally all 1-drops and Troll of Khazad-dûm. There is a Wasteland in there, though, which does change the clock. I'm going to have to draw an untapped mana source, or they're going to have to decline to Wasteland me here. But these are all 1-drops. Brainstorm, Reanimate, Troll, Wasteland. Okay. My Den is gone. Okay. Untapped mana source for the win. I guess I don't know all their cards, and if one of them is Daze or Force, it might be okay here. All right, you're going to 1. All right, Force, Pitching, Ponder. So I know their whole hand right now. Attack. I don't think I fling the Chrome Mox because they're going to gain 6 back. Right, so they're 1, they go to 7. Yeah, I think I'm just kind of in the poop here until I draw something big enough to fling past Atraxa. They're 9. Chalice of the Void. I mean, that's more material I can throw. I'm dead in 2 hits here. I'm going to play Blood Moon and Chalice on 0. Attack with Bombardiers. Put you to 5. That'll be 11 shortly. I don't think I have any 7-drops to throw. If I draw... I mean, Fury doesn't even help because I don't have a red card to pitch. And they can cast Troll of Khazad-dûm right now, which means the Menace doesn't even work. Alright. It came down to drawing Animate Dead, and they did. I wonder if there was a sequence that would have made that better. In the Trinispheres I threw at them, they never double spelled in a turn where they wouldn't have been able to if I was slower on that. Yeah, I don't know. That's a close one. Okay. Dead gone. Can bounce their things. Leyline of the Void. So this is a spot where Reanimation is part of their deck, but they're not a Turbo Send It Reanimator deck. But that is the part of their deck I'm most worried about, so I think the Leyline should be in. What do I board out here? Because if they juke me, I'm going to need the Furies. In Blood Moon does matter. They have 1 of each basic. They can fetch them early. I could just not bother Blood Mooning them. If I don't turn 1 it, it's pretty bad. Because I think that's true. I could have committed last game to the Blood Moon and Eruption your Swamp line. And I didn't take that. Chalice is great. Chalice steps on dead. But hopefully I won't need them both at the same time. Trinisphere is good. Great turn 1 play. Caves of Chaos Adventurer could be risky versus the Reanimate deck. That does map out beautifully. Do I think Caves of Chaos Adventurer is worse than Fury? Because Fury rarely kills Psychic Frog, never kills Atraxa. As always, it's the best thing to throw with Broadside. That was my out last game, was... Nope. Like I said, didn't have anything to pitch. But flinging this at an Atraxa is big enough to kill her. I am going to try this, I guess. This makes the most sense out of the options to me. Leyline, Chalice, no red source. Keep. We risk it for the biscuit around here. Great start, but we need a red source. The usual. Polluted Delta. All right, Mountain off the top. City of Traders. I am not going to play that. It doesn't do anything. They now know that I kept on the strength of this, and I've missed the land drop. Cycling Troll. Glad I boarded out my Blood Moons. They immediately have access to their basics. Psychic Frog. They can make this 8 toughness, which conveniently is the total output of 2 Furies. All right, Fury, pitching Rabble Master. Let's put 4 damage on that, see how much they want to fight over it. Discarded a Brainstorm. Discarded Polluted Delta. Discarded another Brainstorm. Frog will now survive. However, all right. Hope you don't have Force Blue card. Here I come again. Okay, another 4 to this. And now I guess I slam the Trinisphere. Don't feel good about this, but here it is. Knowing that they have Undercity Sewers still in their hand. They can animate dead my Fury. That's the bare minimum. There's the sewer. Dump to ponder. Okay, they didn't have the follow-up frog. I'm not immediately dead. I'm going to hold on to smashing. Oh, come on. Oh, here's Rabble Master. The race is on. Shatter Skull, smash it. Rabble. The goblin's going to get eaten, but now they have to think if this is a race they want to be part of. The frog can't jump, but it can be 5 power. 3 mana in the pool. Animate my Fury. Oh no! Okay, this game's unwinnable. GG. On to the next round.
We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league.
I'm on the draw in round number 4. This is kind of the slow and stable. I'm going to keep it. There's matchups where this will be terrible and matchups where it will be fine. Let's see where we are. What if they're just on lands? Just regular old lands. Do people still play that? An Underground Sea is bad news. Another Goyf is also bad news. Okay, another Bombardier. I'll be able to fling bombs at them like crazy in the future. Yeah, being on the draw versus a high-pressure 1-drop, though, is not the hand that I would have liked to keep this match. Not the match I would have liked to keep this hand in. Also, Harained messaged me, our Dreadnought opponent, that in both games that I resolved Chalice, he had 3 Tamios in hand. So, got him. GG's, Harain. Another Goyf is good for 2 here. Got 5 cards in hand. The Blood Moon comes with a bit of a risk here because I have to commit City of Traders to do it. And then if I do that, then my next land kills this if Blood Moon doesn't resolve. But I think this is my best play. Basic Island. And then Daze. Interesting, okay. And you could have dazed first and then gotten Undercity Sewers and made some selection, but that sequence works too. Wasteland attacks me for 2. Well, that's good because I was going to die anyway. I won't even miss it. Chalice of the Void. All right, Trinisphere. That's not bad. This Goyf is getting to work, but it is only 2 power somehow still on turn 4. All right, another Wasteland. Who's the prison deck now? Oh, I drew a Chalice. Okay, a real spell. We have something resembling a real plan materializing now. And I can challenge the stack. They don't just get to sit on that handful of cards forever. This is something they have to think about. Float mana Daze. Okay, now you have no lands in play. Flip the Wasteland on them. The Wasteland game plan. Daze, Wasteland, Wasteland. Suddenly, I have 2 lands to your 0. I'm still behind. Come on, the 3rd Wasteland. How about you chill for like 1 second? And the problem with Den of the Bugbear is that I have to play it on 2 if I ever want to see it again. Like if I wanted to tap for mana. I couldn't have even played the Mountain last turn to play around that. Okay. This Nether Goyf has officially taken half my life total. And now we can see if I can resolve spells. Do I want to play around another Daze? I'm going to run out Chrome Mox. With 3 Bombardiers in play, I feel like I can afford to lose 1. Trinisphere. 1 land. Waste, Daze. They've killed 5 of their own lands this game. Force pitching Daze. We played around it. We did it. Okay. I am fine with that exchange. The 4th Wasteland. Literally 4 Wastelands. 4 Wasteland, 3 days. This is what dreams are made of. If you're a sicko. All right, Broadside Bombardier, get in. It resolved, oh my god. And they still have the Underground Sea in hand that they picked up off the Daze 150 years ago. So there's 3 unknowns in that hand. 2 unknowns in the hand. Basic Swamp. And Psychic Frog is bad news, but with a low hand count, it is more manageable. I can fling 7 damage around with double Bombardier this turn. Okay, Blood Moon doesn't matter. I'm not going to tap Ancient Tomb if I don't have to. But it does let me play around Daze. 2 Bombardiers get in. If they cast Bowmaster this turn, what happens? I just kill it with Chrome Mox in the end step. 5, 6, 7. You're not quite dead. I'll give it another turn. But I am starting to win this race. They need to do something big quickly. Vicious Bauble, that does cut the clock in half. An artifact has appeared. It also turns on Fatal Push if they have that. There's the Underground Sea we knew about. Might as well attack. My creatures have Menace. Unless you have Bowmaster. If they don't attack, I'm going to read it as Bowmaster. I do have exactly lethal on board, though. If their hand is all blanks, they are dead for Xaxes here. It's 4, 5, 6, 11. They passed without an attack. Can I draw a permanent that costs mana that can be flung by Bombardiers? That qualifies. Okay. The fourth Bombardier to go with the quad Wasteland game into the quad Bombardier game. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's the sound 4 Bombardiers make when they all get together. Days. I'll pay. I have the life total. Okay, let's go. Combat. Boom, 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 boom. Can't even think of a card they could have here that would be useful. Nope, illegal. Illegal blocking. Broadside Bombardiers can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures, but only 1 are assigned to block it. That's the text that just popped up. The Moto error message. Okay, cool. And they're dead 100 different ways. Bow, 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 boom, 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 boom. That was a sick game. Okay, we are against the Goyf Tempo deck, which is different than Froginator, in that I'm not going to board in Leyline of the Void, though it does blank Nethergoyf, but I don't think that's how I want to combat the matchup. Unlicensed Hearse still reasonable here. In the deck showed me 2 basics and routes to get them, and I'm on the draw. Maybe I'm just not made for the Blood Moon life, but it has not seemed good in these last 2 matchups. Still like my lock pieces, like the other stuff. I like removal spells. I like reach that can go face in a race situation. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. Moon's out, some removal in. Let's do it. On the draw for game 2. No. Oh, I do have a land. I was about to say no lands, but that's not even true. That's deceptive. Okay. It will cost me 4 cards to get these 2 mana sources online. And then I have to play this is my land, which is wastable. I have to decide which 2 cards I want to try to play this game on if I keep this hand. I can turn 1 Broadside, which isn't really even that good. I think Caves of Chaos Adventure is where I want to hang my hat. I am going to keep this. I'll try it. Ancient Tomb, probably my best draw. Ancient Tomb, City of Traders. I would not even argue with a basic mountain, because then I can pitch Sundering Eruption, or I can build up to 4. Tamiyo. Too big to be deaded or goned. Hey, that's the card I said was my best draw. Okay, what do I not want to do with that information? I could play Bombardiers, and I could play it around Days. Right, Ancient Tomb, Chrome Mox. I'm going to pitch the Eruption now. It's going to do its job. And do I think I'm going to Fury this game? Could be really good. Could also be useless. Oh, I have the Bombardier Fury zone locked in here. All right. Bombardiers. We've blanked Days. If they have Force, I have a better thing to cast next turn. Or I could just start pushing damage. I'll take that too. I'm not going to go Hellbent here to kill Tamiyo and deal 7 of them while they're at 19. And store that up for later. Because Fury can also kill the flipped Planeswalker version. It starts at 2, ticks up to 4. What's the rush? I would love to draw a basic mountain this turn, but Simian Spirit Guide would be extra sneaky, because that way they could try to daze my Adventurer, and then surprise gotcha. But I would like to cast Adventurer around Daze this turn, if the fates be kind. A Ponder, that's your 2nd card drawn this turn. Wasteland, that's really good. I identified that as potentially a concern, and it has materialized. Boo, boo. That card would have been really good. Okay. I'm going to attack, and I think I am going to do the Fury Bomb this turn. Exile Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Now that I'm miles away from casting that, I could at least collapse this draw engine and cut their life total in half. They did not Force of Will. Okay, deal 4 to Tamiyo. I'll let that resolve. Then I'll wang you for 7. That feels like cheating. I'm not going to lie. Okay. And now I have them dead in 2 hits if I'm willing to whip my Moxen around. And I guess I am. Because what else is my plan? I don't mind Psychic Frog here. I can race that. If they have Bowmaster, that's kind of tough. If I draw a mana source, I could play Trinisphere, which represents lethal. Oh, and we dodge Daze. We seem to have stopped in my draw step. Why? What's going on here? They didn't go for my throat. This will flush out a or a Bowmaster pre-combat, and then I can make informed decisions on how I want to handle that. Force of Negation, exiling Daze. Okay. Good call playing around Daze forever. Long goodbye. All right. Yep. That's strong. Okay. And we are back to empty boards, but they got 3 cards in hand and a clue. I am at 4 mana, though. Deck full of big draws. Can we find one? It's not pretty, but it plays. I'm going to cast Simian Spirit Guide. At 7 life, with Broadside Bombardiers in my deck, having a 3-drop in play with 2 power, it works. I have no effects here. Go nuts. Not blocking. Psychic Frog. I need Broadside off the top. Oh, I saw the mana cost and got excited. But all my cards have that mana cost. Yeah, I think they were Ice Cold to Broadside there. They didn't leave back 2 blockers and what 1 card can answer a 3-drop with a mana up. Okay, here comes this damage. Frog can get +3/+3 because they have a clue, which means I will not be blocking. And if they cast a cantrip or crack a clue, Tamiya will flip, which they might want to do because that will blank the extra damage on this crackback. Tamiya flip. 3 cards in hand. 2 cards in hand. They're fetching. 1 card in hand? What are we doing? Still dead to Broadside, though. Can I draw that? It's just the best card in the deck. Murktide Regent. That does not solve your Broadside problem. Come on, deck. Broadside Bombardiers right off the top. Rabblemaster. That's the wrong guy. All right. They can jump the frog and make it bigger. Okay. That is enough damage. A tight one on the draw. Now I'm on the play. Do I want this burn to finish them off? Do I want some moon effects in? Maybe Fire Confluence just isn't even good, and I should have a few more lock pieces in on the play. Now we've seen Murktide to go with the Goyf. I like Unlicensed Hearse even more. I feel like I haven't even cast a Goblin Rabblemaster in 4 matches. I think it was in play briefly once. I miss you, buddy. Show up. But if not playing Rabblemaster means I got to draw all 4 Bombardiers, I'll take it. So, retracted. Dead Gone looks great. Trinisphere looks great. Caves of Chaos Adventure and Fury are the ones looking a little wonky. Fury just doesn't kill a lot of their stuff. All right, I'll keep Adventure and go down to 1 Fury, or to go down 1 Fury. Let's try this. Rewarded with 1 temporary mana source. Got a mulligan. Come on now, deck. Mulligan to 5. Okay, keep. I'm going to bottom a mountain. And I don't think I can play this Chrome Mox. Or Chrome Mox gives me turn 1 Unlicensed Hearse, turn 2 Goblin Rabblemaster through Daze. Or that's not true, is it? I would, because I have to put back 2 of these, and Chrome Mox is 2 cards. I'd have to keep those as a package. I guess it's Chrome Mox and Fury to the bottom. Or Chrome Mox and Basic Mountain, not Fury. I keep Fury. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to ignore Hearse and just shove Rabblemaster on turn 1. I'm willing to believe I messed that up. I didn't think about that till I already bottomed. I was thinking like I'll Hearse into Rabblemaster, and might have tunnel visioned a little bit on that. I did ask Rabblemaster to show up, and it did. And then I disrespected it. Another Goyf. My Hearse. It's time for you to do your job. Fury. Pretty cool. Unlicensed Hearse on the stack. Is this worth a force to you? They tanked about it for a long time. Force pitching Baleful Strix. Yeah, Baleful Strix is sweet. Okay, I could just Fury this thing now. And then it's out of the way. I can Fury next turn also. Yeah, I'll just pass. Wasteland every time. Always punished. And that force was of negation, so maybe sending the turn 1 Rabblemaster was the line. I could also send it now. They could be representing Fatal Push by waiting on this Wasteland. Or they could just be getting super greedy about City of Traders, thinking that I'll eventually have to play another land. Yep. Hardcast Daze, annoying. Alright, I don't know what I'm waiting for anymore. I'm going to Fury this thing while it's still lethal. Okay, get rid of that. Try to take the pressure off because it looks like we're going to have to settle in for a while. Ponder. I wonder what this Wasteland is doing. What card would be in their hand that they'd want to hold back this colorless mana source for? Because it seems like wasting the City of Traders when you already have Daze in hand and a clock in play would have been such a slam dunk. Right, they're on it now. Ponder, do not shuffle. Chalice, perfect. Right on time. They've got another land. Fetching basics. Psychic Frog. I'm ready to get soloed by Psychic Frog again. Fury. I wish this was any red card. I can make them discard their whole hand here. But then what? That's just going to beat me too. Alright, I'll try this. Maybe they'll smell a trap. Because I pitched Dead Gone. If I have a second Dead Gone and they discard their whole hand, that would be a good exchange for me. I'll just concede if they discard their hand and save this, though. I can't beat a 4/5. Force of Will in the graveyard. Longabye in the graveyard. Children's Edict in the graveyard. Alright, you win. Yeah, Psychic Frog. Absolute unit. I played Eldrazi recently, and same thing. I've also been playing a bunch of frog decks. Anytime somebody is trying to just have damage-based removal and some creatures, Psychic Frog is going to absolutely destroy them by itself. You need specific answers to this that Fury is not. On to the final round. I'm on the draw in the final round, and I have a nice prison hand. Turn 1 Trinisphere, and followed up with Broadside. My opponent is somebody who, I believe this is a person who I know from the BoshNRoll community back when Name Sticker Goblin was legal, and he was very into that. So this might be a Stompy mirror. Lotus Petal. Off we go. Are we on Eldrazi these days? Rabblemaster, okay. Well, this Trinisphere looks pretty bad. The Fury looks pretty good. I need to draw a red card here. Any red card. Okay. So I can't Fury and Chrome Mox, which means I don't get the full Broadside fling. I can Chrome Mox, exile Shatter Skull Smashing, play Broadside, throw the Chrome Mox at the Rabblemaster, but that's a permanent source of mana, just in the trash. Alright, sad. One red card away from having the nut start. But I'll just have to pump the brakes and act normal. But these Chrome Moxes are just a parade of shocks. And depending on how opponent follows up here. Oh, Plateau. So are we Boros Initiative? Why would anyone have a Plateau in their deck? Boros Initiative confirmed. So I will take the initiative here, which gets me another mountain from my deck, which I don't really need. Okay. City of Traders, you're in there. Broadside Bombardier, you're in there. We can just wing the initiative back and forth at each other. Opponent is doing more damage than me, but opponent is using Ancient Tomb and I'm not. Chrome Mox, get in. No pitch. 2 to you. I'm just going to keep the pressure on. I have shit I can throw around here. I won't even miss it. I got more mana than I have spells. Nice little lava axe in the tank. Tutored for Plains off the dungeon trigger and then played Mountain. So I have information about the hand that I did not earn. City of Traders in the hand now as well. Initiative goes back. Are we going to forge or well? Oh, forging. Let's go. So that's 5, 10, possibly 11 next turn. Ooh, Fable. I like that card a lot. Okay, so none of these things that I throw would kill Seasoned Dungeoneer. It's too big. I can deal 5 to it. I could just go to combat. I guess all roads start there. Yep, I'm just going to go to combat. If opponent has a Solitude to pitch, you got me. I take this. I forge. Just looking for damage to deal. Got Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Just another permanent in play. Chrome Mox. Don't exile anything. Put you to 8. And I'm not going to play this mountain. I will pass. I am at 6 on the board right now. There's nothing I can do about it. There's Plains. That represents Hardcast Solitude, which would be a frustrating card to have to beat. Oh no. Alright. Eomer has double strike. It's a human noble. Enters with a +1 counter for each other human you control, so it's a 3/3. When it enters, target player becomes the monarch. Eomer deals damage equal to power to any target. Wow, that's a crazy card. Okay, so opponent's going to become the monarch. Can kill the goblin shaman. This is out of reach now, luckily. Doesn't have haste. That's lucky as well. All right, so I'm at 13, which is actually 3. And if this flips a non-land, it'll be 2. Rabble Master. Okay. Well, I mean, opponent's got to figure this out because they're dead here and I'm not. Rabble went to the graveyard. I'm at 2. And they're dead on board. Don't even need to show them the Trinisphere. They asked, any chance you don't choose Trap? Well, you'll be dead before I get the initiative back. It doesn't matter. Broadside Bombardier, soloing games. All right, so we're against Boros Initiative. What do I do with that information? Dead Gone kills Rabble Masters. Fiery Confluence is reach. What a weird league. I've played like multiple Stompy matchups. Okay, I don't think I want a Blood Moon. I don't think I want a Trinisphere, though. Trinisphereing Pitched Solitude is... Oh, Unlicensed Hearse is worse than Trinisphere, actually. Blood Moon, they do play some quantity of basics. And Magus of the Moon has stats, which matters. Is that better than Trinisphere? Yeah, I can fling Magus of the Moon and it can attack for 2. Like, flinging is what I would want out of Trinisphere. On the draw, on the play, it might lock out their fast mana, but we've had this conversation multiple times already. Chalice of the Void doesn't do anything either. Wow, there's so many bad cards. This deck can play Swords of Plowshares, though, so Chalice might be live. Okay, I am actually going to leave Chalices in, and I will choose 1 for them if I happen to draw 1. Alright, I happen to draw 2. No red source, but my hand's really good if I draw 1. I'm not going to take the chance of this matchup. Okay, I like this hand. Keep bottom 1 of the Chalices. And by I like this hand, I mean it does anything. Alright, a mountain. I'm going to Chalice on 1. This might not do anything, but it also might lock some Chalice of the Void, or some Swords of Plowshares out of their hand. Just really didn't have anything else to do. Squee, Dubious Monarch. Okay, I am on the draw in the Rabble Master Mirror, where we're both Rabble Mastering. I could Fury up the ones that are in play already, or I could try to Rabble again next turn and be ultra Rabbly and draw any other red card to deal with that problem. Yeah, Broadside Bombardier. I am glad I held back the Fury. That's something that I would like to be dead. Yeah, so they throw a token, they get another token, I take 5. Can I draw a different red card to keep the pressure up? Absolutely not. Shit. That sucks so bad. I cannot afford to wait another turn to hardcast this Fury. Yeah, that sucks. And I probably have to leave back this Goblin as well to trade with their Goblin because they're at 19 and I'm at 8. This can escape for 4 additional cards. All right. Got a plateau, mana number 4, white unlocked. Just introduce the initiative and I'll be done. Caves of Chaos Adventurer. I guess Broadside still plays here. Fury plays here. All right, I can't concede yet, though. I do hate my position. Okay, I don't block, because if I draw Fury, I want to take the initiative. All right, deck. How about a good one? Big old banger. Not that. All right, you win. Game 3, now I get to be on the play. These Chalices feel so bad. It all feels so bad. Maybe Blood Moon seems terrible. Trinisphere doesn't seem great. Chalice just seems really bad, though. Trinispheres are at least Lava Axes. Alright. I will try it like this, though I have low confidence in these last couple sideboard cards. But at least I know what I have to do in the matchup, and that is whip stuff at their head. Okay, well, if Trinisphere is going to work, this is how it happens. Okay. City of Traders, Chrome Mox. Exile. The exile here is actually interesting because Spirit Guide can jump me to 4 without losing the City of Traders, which might matter when I cast Fury on a future turn. I'm going to exile the Smashing and play 3-ball and hope this locks just a handful of Chrome Moxes and Solitudes into their hand. Mountain go. Mountain go. City of Traders. Spirit Guide start. Great. Great! Okay, yep, that didn't do anything. Okay, my own broadside is good. An untapped source of mana is good. All right, yeah, cool. This is why I kept the Spirit Guide. 1, 2, Ancient Tomb, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cast Fury. Kill this thing. Okay, let's see if they can follow up. It was a good follow-up. I mean, my opening hand was really good. It's just if this Trinisphere does anything or not. They did lead on City, which means their next land kills that. And Chrome Moxen are locked out on the slow. And if you play a land to play a Chrome Mox to invest in next turn City dies and you're actually back a mana. Cavern of Souls, which burns off the City. Cavern on Human. Okay, what does this do? They actually do have a human creature token. Or a human creature to play. Winota off of City Spirit Guide, yikes. Yeah, Winota's really powerful. But this is better. Okay, okay. The miracle is unlocked. I'm going to attack with my creatures. Do I want to let them trade with Fury? I can let them block and throw the Chrome Mox after first strike damage and keep the Trinisphere in play. Okay, first strike damage. I'm just going to throw the Chrome Mox. I left this Trinisphere in. I actually boarded it in. I'm going to let it do its job. 2 mana. All right, we got a open turn to tee off. Red source? Red source? Oh, yeah. Let's go. Living the life I want. It's weird that I just shouted that because that was like the catchphrase in some like herpes medication commercials from the 90s. Yeah, I could put you to 2. We got the GGs. It would be hard to come back from this. All right, and they actually did concede. They didn't come back. Okay, positive record. The 2 matches I lost were to the 2 players who put Psychic Frog in front of me. And I beat everyone else. I did play 2 red Stompy mirrors. One of them was Winota Initiative, which is even weirder. In beating the mirror is good. I don't know if I just got lucky or my plans worked out better or if my deck is constructed better. I actually just don't know the answer to those questions. But I definitely felt the pain of Psychic Frog. We have the Dead Gons that can bounce them eventually, but Dead is never going to kill it, and Gone costs 3. You could probably play Pyroblast if you really need more answers to Frog, but then that'll stack on your Chalices, and you do want Chalice in all the Frog matchups. A little bit of tension there. And I guess that's my one big critique. Like, what are we doing about Psychic Frog? Those decks play basics. They have easy ways to access them. Psychic Frog blanks a whole Blood Moon Chalice game plan because you get to discard the non-basics or discard the 1-drops and still get value out of the gigantic frog. You can never kill a frog with damage. It took me 2 Furies to kill a frog with damage. That's 4 cards. In the one game I was able to do that, and then my opponent just played another frog from their hand. Respectfully, F that. But I did like the Trinispheres. The Unlicensed Hearse only came up once and it got forced. It would have been good though. I got 2 cards out of their hand, so, you know, that number felt good. Broadside Bombardier is just, this is the reason for the season. This is the reason this deck is viable. This is the reason the deck is good. This thing is just the cat's ass. I like the build. I like the position versus Eldrazi, the theoretical position that we didn't play against it. Having 6 Blood Moons probably great in that matchup. I'm worried about Psychic Frog. I hope the red Stompy community can figure that one out because I believe that is your biggest hurdle right now. Taylor, thank you for sharing this. Everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you next time.